Scorpio full moon time. Welcome to the Light Studio. I'm Yasmin. Today we are tuning into the energies of this Scorpio full moon. Now, if you're anything like me, you would have felt a little bit irritable over the last couple of days leading up to this full moon. And that's because Scorpio likes to dive into the depths. And there would have been a lot of anger and frustration and probably some old grief and sadness that needs to come to the surface. Last night I had a gathering with one of my circles, and that helped to shift a lot of the niggly, frustrating energy that was being irritable happening underneath the surface. So I'm very grateful for my circle. Thank you. Speaking of circles, I am about to launch another mini 5-week circle called Awaken Awareness. If you're interested in that, then do reach out, or you can head to my website. With the link is in the description box below. There will be some information about that. It's called the Sacred Soul Circle Journey, and the first journey circle in those series is called Awaken Awareness. So coming back to Scorpio full moon. Now, these are the Yasmin Bolan Moonology cards, and this states that it's time to release negativity. This states surrender to the divine. And it feels that deep element of trust that we all innately have within us is imperative that we, and I'm hearing, give it a chance, okay? There's an energy here that's requiring us to just totally surrender and let go. And on that note, I have been guided to use the Wisdom of the Night Oracle by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reid. And the reason why is because they are nighttime energies. They are shadow-like energies, and that feels like this is really cool and in resonance with this Scorpio full moon. Now, Scorpio is a water sign. We all know that. And so that means working with the element of water will be really beneficial for you this time around, or whenever you're listening to this. Remember, energy is fluid, so it may not resonate with you today, or you might be listening to this recording, in 5 months' time. Whenever it hits, whenever it lands, whenever it pings something within you, trust that and know that the element of water is important, or wherever Scorpio is in your chart is probably a really good way to look at what you're actually working on. Okay, so we're calling in the elements of earth, air, fire, water, earth, air, fire, water, earth, air, fire, water. We call on you now. I am you, you are me, we are one. We call in spirit, 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 and we ask for crystal clear guidance for the general collective, and then following through with the light crew community for our highest good and well-being. Thank you. And if you'd like to be part of the Light Crew community, it's free at the moment. It's over on the school platform. You're more than welcome. The link to that is also below in the description box. That's more if you're resonating and you'd like to continue in this community. Plus, there's other really cool stuff happening over there. All right, so message for the Scorpio full moon, please. What is the general collective, the Light Crew collective, working on at this time? Oh, okay, so we had 3 cards fall out. Now, this is the second time I've done this reading. I did do it a few days ago, but it didn't feel quite right. There was something not quite in alignment with it. So, but in what did come through was the Chaos card. Now, that was underneath things. And that's what this energy feels like when I say there's this irritability that's stirring up stuff, this anger, this frustration. And it feels like there is a lot of chaos as a result. It is a number 9, okay? And that is stirring up things from the past. There's lots of leaves in there. I'm seeing maple leaves. Stirring up belief systems, I'm hearing. Stirring up old patterns that need to be, that are long overdue to be released. Long overdue to be released. So chaos. We also have wishing, which is a number 19. Wishing. And straight away I'm feeling like the portal. I'm connecting with the portal. So if you've been focusing on something that you'd like to bring in for yourself, there may be a place or a sacred space that you take yourself to, maybe in visualizations or in contemplations, or possibly in a meditation, in the liminal spaces where you can connect with the deep, true, and I'm hearing inner and innate little child within you, to bring in some wonderful wishes. It's a wonderful time to make wishes, actually, around the full moon. But I need to also preface that by saying that we are collectively moving into a more fated space right now. So if there is a wish that you have within you and it hasn't come to fruition yet, know that there is an element of that is true for you and your highest good and well-being. It's you, especially if it's been something that you've been wanting for so long, years and years and years, maybe since you were a child. This is part of an agreement that your soul has created. Yes, oath. This is the third card, an oath. Your soul has made an oath. And part of that wishing is you connecting with that oath. But there's got to be a stirring of the pot, a stirring of the energy to release a lot of the old belief systems in order to clear the path for your oath, which is what you've been wishing for on a really deep level. You've got 9, 19 and 49. So there's 9. So there's endings. Now this was last year's energy, the snake, the wood snake, and this year is the fire horse. So the chaos is clearing up the last of that turmoil is what I'm hearing. The last of all that turmoil that's kept you in patterns and loops, because now you're about to step into this fresh new beginning. Now, you know, there's layers. There's always layers. So trust that, okay? Trust that you're working through another layer to get clearer on the path that you've always wanted for yourself and that your soul has committed to create for yourself. All right, so we're going to tune into the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and see what messages they have for us. We're using the Sun and Moon Tarot like we usually do for the divine feminine. So we're calling in divine feminine, divine feminine, divine feminine. We call on you now. We ask for your guidance and your assistance with the energies and the messages that are required for us to be receptive to, for our highest good and well-being at this time, the Scorpio full moon. Thank you, divine feminine, divine feminine, divine feminine. What are the messages that you have for us for our highest good and well-being? Divine feminine. Now, if you'd like a private reading, again, the link is in the description box below. It'll take you to my website. And then from there, there's a couple of different options. Oh, yep. Okay. Excellent. All right, so underneath we have the Emperor. The Emperor. Have a cool look at this card. The imagery on this deck is really beautiful. I love the little small size, the pocket size. I love working with them. They're cute in my hand and they're easy. So the underlying energy here is, this is part of the oath energy is what I'm getting. The Emperor and the oath. your soul has made a promise to yourself, and this Emperor energy is about you sticking to it and maintaining it. It's about you having strong boundaries and clear direction moving forward. It's about honor, and it's about you respecting yourself in this process. Yeah, that masculine side of yourself, even in the feminine energy. So again with the masculine energy, we have the Hierophant. I don't mean to look down at my nose at you, but I've got multifocals on, and so I see better from down below as I'm looking this far away. When I look that way, you just look like a blur. The Hierophant, the Five of Cups, which is known as disappointment in this card, on this deck, I should say. And then the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got 3 major arcanas at the moment. The Divine Feminine is guiding us with 3 major arcana. So this feels like a very big shift in what I'm hearing is there is a structure or a belief. It's a belief system that no longer serves you, that you, because you've been doing a cycle in this belief system, it's breaking down. And the sadness, which is part of that chaos energy, the sadness you've been feeling is connected to lack and loss. And now there's a fresh new beginning coming in. So the Scorpio full moon is bringing enlightenment, illumination to what is happening deep within you at this time. Yes. And the energy of the Wheel of Fortune really does feels like there's a collaborative energy that comes with that. And the collaboration came out quite a lot in the moon sign readings. If you know your moon sign, go and check those out. But there was a lot of collaboration that came through in quite a few. Yeah, there's definitely a collaboration here. I'm also feeling like the Divine Feminine is saying that in stepping into this new path, this new beginning on the other side of the Scorpio full moon, feels to be you are fully supported in the releasing phase, and so which means that you're being protected, which means, you know, when we're in that state of loss or grief or sadness, we can feel a little bit vulnerable at times, and that vulnerability is actually a beautiful gift. But that also, we've been taught that vulnerability is something to be scared of because it is a weakness. Well, what I'm feeling from here in the Divine Feminine, this is reminding us that you're actually fully supported energetically in spirit. In the subtle realms, you're fully supported by your crew. And so it's okay for you to feel vulnerable and let go, because you are safe. Let go. You are protected. Be mindful who you share your processing or your thoughts and emotions with, of course, in the physical realm. Yeah. All right, let's call in the Divine Masculine. We're using the Radiant Rider-Waite cards for those. So Divine Masculine, Divine Masculine, Divine Masculine. We call on you now. We ask for your crystal clear guidance today in the messages that we receive for our highest good and well-being. Thank you. Around this Scorpio full moon time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Divine Masculine. So far, all of the cards on the table have black borders or a lot of black color in it, which feels very representative of Scorpio energy. Because they do love the taboo. They do love they do love to observe. They like the detective. They like to observe and witness and analyze and watch. And that type of energy might be with you at the moment, especially because we're in Taurus. And Taurus is very sensual. Now, there's heaps going on in the planets. Highly recommend listening to Pam Gregory if you're into astrology. All right. Oh, there we go. There we go. I was just about to say nothing's happening here. All right, I'm just going to take those two cards. On the bottom, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. And this feels to me like the masculine is saying it's decision time. It's time to make a decision. You know where you've been, and now you know where you want to go. You know where you have a soul pull towards. So it's time to make a decision. It's time to let go of all of the worries and concerns about what is going to happen when you stand in your power. And then directly after that, we have the Scorpio card. So there's definitely an ending of sorts that's happening right now. This feels great. I'm just going to leave those over there. Yeah, you can't worry about it anymore. You can't worry about outcomes. You can't worry about, you can choose. We all have divine free will. You can choose to worry if you want, and it might be part of your programming to worry, but ultimately it's creating unrest within you, and your nervous system is ready for calm and balance and alignment, and you can't move forward safely if you're still in that unrest. So we have the Ace of Wands. So there's a wonderful new opportunity, maybe something that you have created that is now coming to fruition, which is coming true, or it's something, an opportunity that's going to help you get closer to that wish. And it's a very creative energy, but I also feel like it's something that you wanted to do for a long time, because you've got the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups is usually connected with the past and or children, sometimes soul connections. But this actually feels to me, because it's the masculine energy is saying, okay, this is a creative new opportunity, and this is something that you will love. You will absolutely love, and you'll enjoy, and there'll be a beautiful giving and receiving energy that comes with it. It will tickle your fancy is what I heard. So it's time to step into that energy and really embrace and embody the Queen of Wands. She's very creative, and also she respects her time. She knows what her boundaries are, and the divine masculine energy is reminding you about the strength and courage it takes to hold to your boundaries, to commit to yourself in this journey moving forward. So the Scorpio full moon feels like it's going to create a little bit of a wobble in order to I heard, I can see like a train coming off its tracks, derail the old cycles and the old patterns. It's time to derail them and be open, vulnerable, and courageous. Those three words go together: open, vulnerable, and courageous, into stepping into a new creative expression or creative solution to something that's going to commit to yourself in this process, because your soul is ready. Your soul is ready. It's your ego that is getting in the way. All right, I'm just going to choose one final message, and then we will carry on. This deck feels great because it's got both the light and the shadow. This is another Colette Baron read. It's Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Can we have a final message, please, for the general collective? Thank you. A final message for the general collective. There we go. The Lady of the Gift. Generosity, receiving, withholding. The Lady of the Gift. And that's what this energy feels like. Yeah? The giving and the receiving, but an opportunity, a gift, an inspiration, an insight, an idea. And it's going to be different for everybody, obviously. Take it where it resonates. So the Lady of the Gift, intuitively, when I'm tuning into this card, it does feel like it's a long awaited dream coming true, and you have such clarity with it because it's almost like from another timeline you've come so far in creation, in a creating or in a creation of some sort, that but you didn't get to finish it in that time. And it feels like this time around, now, this shift that's occurring is actually going to put you back on that path. And it's something innately within you that you've already, that you know, and you can't explain why you know, but it just, you feel it within you. And yeah, it's time now to step back into that. Something from a time long ago. And because you have such an affinity with it, you want to share it, and it will also open up for you to receive in the process. That, yeah, this feels really great. All right, I'm going to leave that there. If you'd like to join in the Light Crew, remember the description box is the Light Crew community. In the description box is the link, which will take you to my website, which will then take you to the school community. If you're already in school, you can just look up Light Crew. And namaste, happy full moon to you. Toodaloo.